Hi guys, today I wanted to show you an illustration of using an IUL for living benefits and also getting a tax-free retirement income from this policy. This is a policy of a 35-year-old client who will be contributing $2,000 monthly. With this IUL, we traditionally set this up for a minimum non-MEC, which means you're going to have the lower death benefit to have low fees in your policy. That'll allow you to have that low death benefit to have the highest cash value possible. And that's what optimal switch means. It's going to switch from having the lower death benefit in the beginning of your policy to a larger amount later on while keeping the fees balanced. This person's contributing $2,000 a month with no lump sum at all. I like to use this BNP Paribas Global H-Factor High Par Select Index because this has a very high performance over the last 30 years. Here we have a table of all of the indexes you're able to use when structuring this IUL with Nationwide. This is the index that I selected at the bottom, and I like this index because it's uncapped and it has the highest participation rate of 270%. This means the interest you accrue will be multiplied by a high participation rate, so you're accruing very high interest. And this illustration I'm going to show you will only be showing the 7% illustrated rate, but this index has actually been performing at a 30-year historical average of 17.55%. So you can expect a higher return. Here we have the illustration. This person is doing $2,000 a month or $24,000 a year. And this right here is the net surrender value. The net surrender value is the money you're able to borrow from your policy while you're still growing interest like it never left. This is called an alternative loan because you're accessing the insurance carrier's money. This accumulated value is the cash value account that you actually have. And the net death benefit is at $500,000 in the beginning of this policy, but as you can see, it will grow over time as you accrue more interest and you have access to more money every year. Some agents set up IULs where you don't have any access to your money at all in the first 5 to 7 years, but you can see right here at age 36, the first year and every year after, you have access and you have more money each year because you're always accruing interest on the higher amount with this policy, since you have uninterrupted compound interest in the IUL. We can go down farther and see at the age of retirement at 65, they've put in $720,000 and they won't be putting any more in after this. And you can see you've accumulated over $1,730,000 in your cash value account, and you have a $2 million death benefit at that age. This account is set up to distribute your money back to you and as a tax-free retirement income. So you can see you're going to get $245,000 every year, 100% tax-free and penalty-free. And this is still a low illustrated rate of 7%. As I mentioned earlier, the index I select has a very high participation rate. So you can see right here, this is the performance of the actual index the last 15 years, 10 years, and 5 years. But that participation rate allowed you to accrue this much interest into your cash value, 17%, 17%, and 11%. And the big difference with this account versus other accounts, you can see right here, other indexes were losing interest in 2022, in 2019. This account stayed locked in. You didn't lose any money at all. You stayed locked in with the same interest before. And as they had a good year where it was 16% and it had a cap, this account was uncapped and had 44%. This is a breakdown of all of the fees in the IUL. As you see, they're contributing $24,000 every year. Up until age 65 is when we set it to retirement age. So at the end, they've contributed $720,000. These right here, these four numbers are the actual fees of the IUL. The premium charge per policy expense, it's just a cost for having the policy every year, per 1,000 base, and cost of insurance charges. We can go down to look at age 95 to get really the best breakdown of the fees, where you'll see how much you've contributed over the lifetime of the policy, $720,000, and these four numbers added up are basically the fees overall for the lifetime of the policy. The best way to explain this is you get the fees subtracted from the interest you accrue at the end of every year. So the interest is accrued annually and the fees are subtracted annually, so it's never out of pocket. Now you can see at age 95, this person has contributed $720,000 in total and had about $300,000 in fees, while they accrued $11 million as well as bonuses to their high cash value account. We can meet in a free Zoom consultation to set up your own IUL, and we'll look at the projected growth as well as break down the fees of your policy. Just click my link in my bio or follow and subscribe to learn more about this life policy.